Classic. Why did the chicken cross the road? Console yourself by considering the seeming impossibility of getting a straight answer to one of the simplest questions of all time. This is a bit more philosophical, and the political references are a bit dated now, but some of you might be into that kind of thing. Why did the chicken cross the road? Plato. For the greater good. Karl Marx. It was a historical inevitability. Machiavelli. So that its subjects will view it with admiration, as a chicken which has the daring and courage to boldly cross the road, but also with fear, for whom among them has the strength to contend with such a paragon of avian virtue. In such a manner is the princely chicken's dominion maintained. Hippocrates, because of an excess of light pink gooey stuff in its pancreas. Jacques Derrida. Any number of contending discourses may be discovered within the act of the chicken crossing the road, and each interpretation is equally valid as the authorial intent can never be discerned, because structuralism is dead. Damn it, dead, Thomas de Torquemada. Give me 10 minutes with the chicken and I'll find out. Timothy Leary, because that's the only kind of trip the establishment would let it take. Douglas Adams, 42. Nietzsche, because if you gaze too long across the road gazes also across you. Oliver North, national security was at stake. B.F. Skinner, because the external influences which had pervaded its sensorium from birth had caused it to develop in such a fashion that it would tend to cross roads, even while believing these actions to be of its own free will. Carl Jung. The confluence of events in the cultural gestalt necessitated that individual chickens cross roads at this historical juncture, and therefore synchronicitously brought such occurrences into being. Jean-Paul Sartre. In order to act in good faith and be true to itself, the chicken found it necessary to cross the road. Ludwig Wittgenstein. The possibility of crossing was encoded into the objects chicken and road, and circumstances came into being which caused the actualization of this potential occurrence. Albert Einstein. Whether the chicken crossed the road or the road crossed the chicken depends upon your frame of reference. Aristotle. To actualize its potential. Buddha. If you ask this question, you deny your own chicken nature. Howard Cosell. It may very well have been one of the most astonishing events to grace the annals of history, an historic, unprecedented avian biped with the temerity to attempt such an Herculean achievement formerly relegated to Homo sapien pedestrians is truly a remarkable occurrence. Salvador Dali. The fish. Darwin. It was the logical next step after coming down from the trees. Emily Dickinson. Because it could not stop for death. Epicurus. For fun. Ralph Waldo. Emerson. It didn't cross the road, it transcended it. Johann Friedrich von Goethe. The eternal hen principle made it do it. Ernest Hemingway. To die. In the rain. Werner Heisenberg. We are not sure which side of the road the chicken was on, but it was moving very fast. David Hume. Out of custom and habit. Saddam Hussein. This was an unprovoked act of rebellion, and we were quite justified in dropping 50 tons of nerve gas on it. Jack Nicholson. Cause it censored wanted to. That's the censored reason. Pyrrho the skeptic. What road? Ronald Reagan. I forget. John Sununu. The Air Force was only too happy to provide the transportation, so quite understandably, the chicken availed himself of the opportunity. The Sphinx. You tell me. Henry David Thoreau. To live deliberately and suck all the marrow out of life. Mark Twain. The news of its crossing has been greatly exaggerated.